do they know what the Gadsden flag is? That it's a historical flag?
So the reason that they do not
First of all, let's look at this kid's backpack.
want the flag.
He's got Dogecoin, J-Rod for VP Revolution based on his backpack. He's got the Gadsden flag. What else does he have? I don't know what all these patches are, but like this kid is fucking based, bro. And he's in the principal's office right now because they called his mother in for this, by the way, because apparently having the Gadsden flag on his backpack is racist because it represents slavery. But let's continue watching.
The reason we do not want the flag displayed is due to its origins with slavery and slave trade. That is what was that's the reason behind them.
Okay, and so she's saying that because of its origins having to do with slavery. The Gadsden flag was a revolutionary flag that was raised as a fuck you, a middle finger to the British for the bullshit that they were dealing with, because we had actual true revolutionaries back then. We had dudes who fought through, I mean, there was the, French and Indian War, and a bunch of them fought through that shit and were tired of everything that the British were trying to impose on them, and then they were like battle-hardened fucking fighters, dude. And they gave the middle finger, and one of the ways that they did it was with the Gadsden flag and the Tea Party and other things that they did back then, right? But to insinuate in any way with this dumb face that this bitch has right here, you see this dumb face this dumbass bitch has? To insinuate in any way that the Gadsden flag has anything to do with slavery is ignorant, first of all, and for a teacher, for an educator, whatever her place is, her station at the school is, to be saying that the Gadsden flag has anything to do with racism is just pure ignorance. And then they're teaching this to kids. And of course, like, we just had this fucking Jacksonville thing happen, and it's all racial tension that's been fucking escalating in this country, and one side does something and then nothing's reported on, and the other side does something, and it's the headline everywhere all the time, constantly, dude. It's fucking obvious what's going on if you sit back and watch it. They're trying to stoke the fires. They're trying to stoke up the flames, and they're doing it starting in fucking high school. They're doing it starting in junior high. This kid's 12 years old. What grade is that? That's like 6th fucking grade, dude.
Seventh.
Fine. They're pounding this down a fucking 7th grader's head about how racist he is for having a Gadsden flag on his backpack, and how his parents need to come and fucking get him from school or take the backpack off. Sorry, someone say something. Go ahead.
Well, the worst thing here, I think, is if I'm not mistaken, this is supposed to be the history teacher, and you don't even know the basic history of this country. Like, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with our school system these days?
I was under the impression that this isn't a teacher. I was under the impression that this is like a principal or something, based upon the meeting that they're having or whatever. Like, the teacher would be having this meeting. But still, yes. Like, the fact that an educator is like, oh yeah, the Gadsden flag. And I like how I have the no disassemble flag up in the right-hand corner of all of my chats, because it's funny. You have to be old enough to get the reference. Not everybody knows who fucking Johnny 5 is, but it's okay.
Number
95 alive.
I was literally watching Short Circuit 2 the other day.
I ain't seen that in a long time.
It's a great movie. Short Circuit 1 was a great movie. I don't know about the rest of them.
I remember more than one.
The OG and 2 wasn't bad. Like, 2 was still pretty good. Anyway, sidetrack. How's it going, everybody?
Oakley Dokley.
We're joined by an Ohio Patriot. How you doing today, brother?
Oh, I've been better. Mom's Parkinson's is acting up again.
I'm sorry to hear that. Leo, what's going on, bro?
Oakley Dokley.
Apparently, we got to get you some Malort.
Yeah. I don't think I want it. The way I make it sound, I don't think I want anything.
I mean, it's a Chicago. I assumed, being from Chicago and all, that you knew all about Malort.
No.
But apparently not. Well, maybe it's a white thing. I'm not sure. Barnaby Jones. We are joined by Barnaby. How are you doing, sir? First time here. How's it going?
Pretty good, man. Glad to be here. Just trying to recover from this past weekend.
Too much drinking or cocaine?
Just the strip club.
So cocaine. Got it.
No, we don't do drugs in this chat.
Of course not.
Right.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Xanatos. How do you do, good sir?
Bueno,
How are things in the flats of America? In the cornfields? How are the cornfields doing?
good.
Good, man. Good to hear. Shot Red. How do you do, good sir?
Good. Just sitting here in this guard check for a little bit, watching these bicyclists around here in downtown.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, just working a lot of hours. You know,
downtown
you know,
L.A., bro. I bet you see some fucking live shit down there when you're fucking guarding stuff.
Yeah, every once in a while. Just the
Looks like-
homeless be acting up.
What's like the craziest shit you ever saw when you were being paid to see it?
That's hard. Damn, that's a hard one. You were looking for a hard one. I'm trying to think of what's up. I mean, we see this one crazy lady come by every once in a while asking for shit. Whether it's water, coffee, she's like, I'll take it too, drink it, whatever. And we see her every time.
You have to go.
Bro, so at my work one day, this homeless person snuck in the back door somehow, and, like, went into the back area where the coat room is, like the coat area, locker area for all the employees, and, like, stole this chick's purse, right? And then he went behind, like took it with him, went back out the door that he came in, went behind the store, and, like, he just left this trail of everything in the purse because he was digging through it looking for something, And so this chick, like, finds out, like, oh my God, someone stole my purse. And then they looked on the camera and they're like, oh, it was just a minute ago. And then, like, the manager, like, started following the trail of stuff out of her purse, like picking it up as she went, right? Like following the trail. And around the back of the building, found the guy, homeless dude, pants around his ankles, laying down inside of a bush, right? Just like if you just lay down in a bush, like I guess you can do that. Just whacking off, right? To a picture of this chick that he stole out of her purse. And then she's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, get the fuck out of here. And the guy, like, stands up, pulls up his pants like he's checking the fucking news, and just, like, walks away because there's not, like, what are you going to do to me? I'm already homeless. Like Jesus Christ, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the craziest.
I know one of my coworkers, there was, like they just hang out in one of the post areas or something. I guess like a random one, like just passed by, and he's like, "Oh, I see you got your guns. You got your gun." And he comes out and pull out his gun to show to my coworker. I was like, he was about to draw on his ass.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
I bet those, like, most of the weird stuff you gotta find in Rodeo, right?
I mean, sometimes, and I mean they be out here sometimes doing whatever. Sometimes it be the mostly the homeless ladies the ones that be acting up more. Because I used to be sitting in one building and this lady just always banging on the door, screaming like she got like voices in her head, start asking for water and stuff.
Yeah, that's the worst thing we ever did in this country was shut down all those mental institutions.
I mean, certainly without a plan. Like, okay, like, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest came out as a movie, and it, like, politicized the inadequacies going on within the system that was the mental health care system in the United States, right? State funded. And so instead of being like, hey, we need to reform this, or we need to, like, fix this, or we need to, like, come up with a better system, they just defunded it and canceled it. Put everybody out on the street. Insane, dude. Dino dropped in $5 and said, this bee can F all the way off. I got a Gadsden flag tattooed on my forearm. Racist.
Say that. Racist.
Do you guys do you know, like, do you have any negative associations with the Gadsden flag? Like, personally, like, when you look at it, do you think of anything besides what it actually is?
Nope.
I was gonna ask you guys because we don't really see a lot of people wear it out here.
I mean, yeah, you're in California though, man. Like, you're like, it's like a communist country.
Yeah, the only time I see it in
I wouldn't say that.
Illinois is when I go to a gun shop.
I've been to a gun shop in LA. It's different out there, bro. It's different.
Yeah, yeah. But I was gonna say, I don't know. Compared to how some of them other states are acting, they beating us to the punch. You talk about saying a communist state.
Right. At least in California, y'all can still have some type of AR. Not here in Illinois.
No, I was gonna say I'm looking at you, Jersey and Washington. Y'all just going off the fucking deep end, and New York's New York. Never gave two
Oh,
fucks
yeah.
about New York.
Now, when
Yeah,
you're
you
at the
know,
gun range in
New York-
oh, good. Sorry.
No, I was
Did you
gonna
guys
say in
see
Chicago that's a punching bag, so I ain't got much to say. But that was pretty much it.
Did you guys see that stuff going on in California with that Newsom 20th Amendment?
Yeah.
There was some woman who specifically said we don't need to be having a convention in the States because everybody bring everything else, and then it's like, you're damn right we will. Goodbye, 19th Amendment.
Mm.
I thought you were going to talk about the thing in I forget where, some mall or something in California. I forget where it was, where the kids are just going wild, just like all these. I'm sorry, I don't want to politicize or make things worse than they already are. Talk about racism and shit, but there's literally a giant group of black kids running around an outside mall beating up white people right now. Well, not right now, but it was like yesterday.
No, probably right now. There's probably a group of
I don't know
kids
about my state, but yeah, I'm
beating
seeing
up a
every
white
day.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Well, I was gonna ask, what was the question you were gonna ask, Honda, about the gun store?
Oh, I'm just saying, like, the gun. No, I was going to talk about the gun range, actually, because, like, I've been to a gun range in Los Angeles, like, outside of LA anyway, and it seemed like, I'm not going to say that they had the things that they weren't supposed to have, but it seemed like everybody had everything they could possibly want, you know? Like ARs, AKs, all the things that are on the list, like Glocks and fucking everything, dude. And that, like, I'm just wondering how things are in Chicago in comparison. Like, how things, because I've never been to a gun range outside of Chicago or in Chicago or whatever. Did people have to follow the rules with will the gun counter people like fucking call the police on you or something if you have something that you're not supposed to have that's not on the list, or how does that work?
No, I mean, because usually you see a lot of Chicago police in there, you know, shopping anyway, but nobody's never been like, nobody's never been like carded or like nervous of being in there with them. Nobody really called anybody on it, but the ones I've been going to lately are the ones within Cook County. So like they don't really have the stuff that you're not supposed to have anyway. Usually have to go like real further down the state. Maybe
Okay,
you
so
might
like for
see
instance,
something.
like the shooting range, the indoor shooting range by my house that I go to, right? Like they've got a 1 shot per second rule, so you can't do like multiple like rapid fire. But that kind of makes sense in an indoor range, because if like you're giving people the ability to do like rapid fire in an indoor, they're going to shoot the ceiling and walls and shit. They're going to fuck up your range, right? So that kind of makes sense. But as far as like, hey, let me check to see if you have a tax stamp or something for your suppressor or like whatever it is for your giggle switch, like, no, dude, they don't.
I
They
wish.
don't never look at that.
We don't have that in Illinois anyway, so.
I mean, I've never tested it. I mean, I knew a dude who I used to work with. He did have dragon's breath and shot in the indoor range. He definitely got fucking kicked out. But
Yeah, you should get kicked out for that because it's retarded. Like you're trying to burn the fucking place down. The thing about an indoor range, dude, like the amount of unburnt powder that's downrange is potentially dangerous depending on how long it's been since they've swept it up and cleaned it. And if you start shooting dragon's breath around, like you could start a fucking huge ass fire potentially.
But I mean, as far as that, I never really dealt with anybody really like checking your shit like that, and most of them don't care. I mean, yeah, unless you deal with that one weird gun range, but some of those ones are like they want you shooting certain rifles or stuff like that. But like, if you just go to an outdoor, that's pretty much the best thing to do is go to an outdoor. And I know a few that they let you rapid fire stuff. Yeah, but in an indoor,
Well,
not much
I
here.
prefer outdoor too, to be honest. But there's a certain time of year in Colorado where like outdoors just not really accessible, right? Because like it's up in the mountains,
Winter.
and yeah, getting there in the cold and the fucking snow and shit sucks. So like the
I thought it'd be
indoor
kinda cool
range
to
for
shoot in
$10.
the snow.
Oh, what's up?
I thought it'd be kind of cool to shoot in the snow a little bit, if it ain't too bad.
Yeah, but I mean, to get to the places where you're legally allowed to shoot, usually involves quite a bit of driving in the mountains, and when there's snow everywhere on the ground, driving in the mountains on all the side roads is, I mean, it's doable. I'm not saying it's not, but you're also taking a risk by doing it. That's all.
Yeah,
You're putting your car at risk, really.
I know
I've
there's
heard-
one shop that lets you do it, even though it's against the rules, but they just look the other way. I'm not gonna mention their name, but if you wanted to do it, they'll let you, even though it is against the rules.
Do what?
I mean, yeah.
Like the rapid fire or video.
Okay,
safety
so like let's
range and
say
stuff.
like I come out to Chicago to visit, right?
Mhm.
And because I'm from Colorado, I can have things that you can't. So I bring my AK with me because I'm traveling in my car, and I feel like an AK is it's like the best idea as far as I'm concerned, as far as what I want to use to defend myself. So fuck off, right? And I get to Chicago, and I'm like, oh yeah, Leo lives here. Hey Leo, let's hang out. Leo, let's go to the gun range. Okay, cool. And I walk into your gun range with an AK
Okay.
to shoot it. Do they freak out? Do they blink? Do they look at me even? Like, how does that go?
Well, we'll go to Article 2 because that's certified rifle range, so it wouldn't be nothing. Because if you already own it, then it doesn't matter.
Where I'm at, they don't give a fuck. I mean, as long as it's not one of those ranges, because I went to one indoor range, like, oh, we don't shoot rifle calibers or something. Or you didn't want rifle calibers, fucking up and shit, whatever you was talking about. It looked like some old ass range too, so it's like something you don't mostly go to. So it's like there's other places to go to.
Yeah, because most of the other ranges I go to is all like just mostly like pistol ranges. But if everybody want to go to a rifle range, usually, with like that's come from the city, they'll go like out to Article 2 because that's the rifle range.
So I was recently watching. I don't know if it's the most recent Terminator or whatever, but it's the one where the Khaleesi is Sarah Connor, and they go back in time and they go forward in time, and it's all weird, and they change the fucking timeline of shit, and they kill a Terminator with a 50 BMG. That one, I forget which movie that is. You guys know which one that
Genesis.
is? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, it got me thinking about how I don't have a 50 BMG, and that's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would like to do something about it, but I don't know. What's the cheapest option for a 50 BMG?
Well, my one of my family members had a half-built 50 BMG hanging up on his wall for like a decade. And one of my buddies was over there with me, and he was talking to him about it. And he actually just finished it, and it works now. So I mean, you could go to Home Depot and maybe build one.
I mean, they had a kit, I think it's called like a Mighty Griffin, that was cheap, that you can build a 50 BMG on your own. And it's just
I know
cheaper
those.
than buying them.
They had those. It was like an AR-15 upper compatible,
Yeah, it
right?
was a
So
lower.
like, yeah, you just have, as long as you have a lower, like you can have a 50 BMG. But those are like over $1,000 now. Like I remember back in the day, when they were first brand new or whatever, you could pick those up for like $800, $900, and now they're like $1,800. They've like doubled in fucking price.
Ain't too
Thanks,
bad.
Biden.
I mean, yeah, you can do that or go with the bolt action route of it, but yeah.
Well, that's what it is. It's a bolt action single shot, effectively, 50 BMG, and that'd be good enough for me, man. Like I don't need to like
Yeah.
multi rapid fire 50 BMG fucking trying to shoot quickly and stuff. No, man, like those are like $5 a round, bro. I'm good. Like
Yeah, the one I was
savor every
thinking of
shot.
for cheaperness was the Kentucky Ballistics one they almost killed himself with.
Yeah, I mean that's what I feel like would happen if I started doing like the Harbor Freight method or whatever, dude. Like I don't know. It'd be like this. Hold on. It would be just like this.
Huh?
Except for instead of this picture, imagine a picture of me. Hold on, I gotta find it.
Well, to be fair,
There you go. That's what it would be like.
I mean, also to be fair, he was shooting like some old ass experimental ammo too.
Fair enough, but still, he also wasn't shooting a fucking like Harbor Freight gun, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you guys have any guns that you would like to buy that are coming out, or that you have your eye on, or whatever that you've been thinking about buying?
I'm still waiting for PSA taking too fucking long on those M16A1 uppers. I would have had them built by now.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Anything else I want until they start changing that handgun roster.
I really want to get one of those PSA daggers with the RMR cut on the slide.
I thought about that too, or put it on this Glock, just to slide.
Well, I
I
mean,
think the
they're
slide's
cheap.
only $200.
They're cheap and they're Glock compatible, and supposedly they're just as reliable as a Glock and all that stuff. So fuck
The
it, dude. Like,
PSAs
They are.
yeah,
or no, the P80s.
no, not the 80%, like the full, PSA dagger that you can just
okay.
order.
Yep. They are as reliable as the Glock. Confirmed.
And I don't know, the full size one looks like dick. I don't like the full size one, but the G19 size one looks cool. Anyway. Oh, I guess we should finish watching this video, huh? All right, hold on.
Yeah.
The Gadsden block,
The don't tread on me.
which is the Gadsden block. Okay, so he
Dude, look at the smirk on his face, bro.
What a dumbass bitch ass teacher.
What's gonna happen if he doesn't take it off?
What was I getting on them on?
What's that?
Well, what was this? Like why the teacher's there?
Jeez, you're like the voice of God right now. I have no idea what you're saying, but you're really loud.
I was saying, why were they getting on the kid?
He had a Gadsden patch on his backpack,
Oh,
and she was trying to equate it to racism.
No, she's saying that
Really?
it's associated with racism, the Gadsden flag.
That's-
The lady's
that's
like,
bullshit.
you mean the Revolutionary War? And then she keeps making this face like, well, like, you know more than me, but I'm going to pretend like I'm right. That's the face, dude.
She needs to get pistol whipped. Oh, I didn't say that.
She needs to get...
It'd be a shame if she got carjacked.
I hear somebody. Yeah.
Kia
Thing
boys.
echoing.
I don't know, man. I think everyone who's like super anti 2A needs to put like a gun-free zone sign on their house. Just to
Take it off
show
the front door.
Just to show everybody in the neighborhood how anti 2A they are, you know?
Yeah.
Seems like the right
That'd be
thing to do.
smart.
And then when the robber comes, they'll be in for a pleasant surprise.
Oh, that'd be a good way to like, yeah, anti 2A. And then they come in like, blow. Just kidding, bitch.
Fucking perfect, dude.
Okay, so like,
Just playing welcome to the jungle.
if someone comes into your house with the intent to steal something or whatever in Colorado, like them merely being in your house is provocation and like you are assumed to have your life being in danger at that point, and you have the right to shoot them at that point, whether or not they have a gun, whether or not they're trying to get you, whether or not they're running. If they're in your house, you have the right to shoot them. Period. End of story. Done. Right.
Castle
But-
Rock doctrine.
If you leave something in plain view through the window that's expensive, that's like enticing someone to come in with the intent to get someone to try to break into your house so that you can shoot them, you lose that right.
So you're saying if
Why
I
you
put a
just
pie
run-
on a windowsill?
Right. Well,
dark
kinda, yeah.
blind, you never see in.
Right. So like if you, I don't know. And that's a difficult one to prove in court. Like you'd have to like show that the guy, like, I don't know, like you kept getting your bicycle stolen or something. And so then you put it like in a place that you could see it, that you knew that they were going to see it. And then when the guy showed up, you fucking blast him like that. I think I don't know. I'm not sure, dude.
Or I give you an easy one, like if you just have something there, you like put a sign like, "Hey, if you take this, you'll be shot," or something like that.
Like that Florida dude who's like, looters. Other people say looters will be shot. I will eat your face if you loot my house. Dude, they're about to get hit by another fucking hurricane.
Yeah, tomorrow.
That shit's crazy, man. Hitting Tampa again, isn't it?
Yeah, right north of it. I'm just glad that bitch ain't coming to Louisiana.
Just wait.
Well, I mean, how strong is it right now? We can look at that.
It's
Hold
gonna
on.
make landfall as a Cat 3.
Yeah, it's at least a cat 3 right now. Oh, by the way, today is the 18th anniversary of Katrina.
Crazy.
That is wild.
Today's the 26th anniversary of, personal shit for me. Jesus Christ. I'll talk about it real quick. It's the 26th anniversary of my mom dying. I was 15 years old. My brother was 17. My kids are 15 and 17 now. Isn't that weird?
It's crazy.
It was just like a date that I was always like, I'm not going to make it this long. And here I am still. Haha. Prove them wrong, whoever they are.
I was gonna say, if I may ask, was it cancer?
Yeah, she had all the cancer, dude. Unfortunately. She'd be 76 now if she was still alive, but 26 years ago today. And it's Night Strike's birthday, too. Isn't that weird? Fucking Night Strike.
Oh, no, nice.
Happy birthday.
Not a Fed dropped in, too. Says, read my last two chats about gay commie laws. Oh, here we go. Court cases have found people guilty from stealing valuables out of convertibles in the open. The owner isn't at fault for making it easy for them to steal them. It's all on the thief. I was saying with the intent to get people to do it so you can shoot. Like there's a case where this guy fucking, I think it was like a bicycle, and he left it inside of his apartment with the door open so that the guy would come in, and he fucking blasted him away when he came into the house. And he went to jail for murder. So.
Well, how do they know they intend? Did he like flat out say, "Yeah, I put my bike there"?
Pretty
so I can
much,
shoot
yeah.
him?
He had it recorded, and he said
Dummy.
something to the effect after he killed. Like, yeah, you'd have to really put your dick in the trap. You know what I mean? Not if Ed also says that sounds like some of those BS California laws. Yep. God darn California laws. Anyway, so yeah, here's Idilia.
Yeah,
What's the fucking name?
Adelia.
Okay, that's a weird name.
Yes.
Yeah, looks like it's heading right for fucking Tampa again. Tampa area.
It's a shame
It's a
they used Hurricane Hillary on that California one.
You know, all Hurricane Hillary deaths were ruled suicides.
Unfortunate. Weird.
Look at this guy. He's got a pre-hurricane gun buy. Rate his buy. It doesn't have a pistol brace on it, so automatically minus 2 points. But I guess that's what it's like when you buy one right now, huh?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Eduardo Espinosa says someone's echoing. It was a setting I had so people could hear the video I was playing. I forgot to take it off. My bad. Homesteading with Souls Ginger says, "Hey, brother, check out food porn on Matt's Discord. I've been barbecuing since 8 a.m. 8 a.m.? Matt's Discord food porn. Wow.
Were you barbecuing in the shower again?
Okay, can I just make a little comment on Matt's Discord real quick? This is a little ridiculous. Like, it needs to be pared down. I'm sorry. Like, for instance, Banhammer chat. I guess it was used 8/13. Okay. 7/9/20. Okay, like, these things are being used, I guess. Oh, this one hasn't been used since 2021. Trivia questions. Gotta go. Anyway, where am I looking? Food porn?
Yeah.
Food porn.
It's probably a slow smoke.
Oh my god. Ermagerd, brr. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I gotta admit.
Hey, where you at? I'm pulling up.
So my kids went with me to California. We went on a vacation, and then they went with their mom immediately after to Texas. And they were like, the drive out to California was amazing. There's tons of stuff to see. Everything was cool. We got to California. The food was really good. Like, everything, you know. And then Texas, they were like, it was so fucking hot. There was nothing to see. The drive sucked. We get there. Everybody's fat because no one goes anywhere. They just stay inside in the air conditioning. And then, like, eat fucking, like, fatty ass food all the time. And I'm like, yep, you guys got it right.
Oh, by the way, Ohio's is finally getting a Buc-ee's.
That's the last
It's gonna be
thing
down
Ohio
like
needs.
Dayton. Hey,
Now it's just meth and Buc-ee's now. That's all Ohio is.
only in the major cities.
Unfortunately, the Buc-ee's is right by a rail station, so it's not gonna be there for long.
What does that
Yeah,
mean?
It means it's going to be a train in the middle of it.
Oh, like there's
Right
going to
through
be
the wall.
derailment? Okay.
Yeah.
God damn it, Corey. This looks fucking delicious. I want to put it in like a burrito. That's what I want to do. Like, put some like green chili on top. Some like salsa verde, you know? Some cheese and shit on a tortilla. Okay, here's that thing in Torrance. And I don't think I can show people fighting, especially kids. And a lot of this is like teenagers, you know? Yes. Well, look, they're like chasing this kid. This is like a white kid who's getting beat up, and like they're like 25 of them just trying to fucking head stomp him, bro.
That's interesting. If it's Torrance, where I'm thinking where I'm from, that's interesting because that's mostly white and Asian neighborhood.
Yeah, I don't know. Where's Torrance?
It's like near Long Beach, but going west, like southwest.
Oh yeah, well, like, if it's within like the valley, like the LA area, like it's all pretty close together. Like, yeah, like Torrance might be a white neighborhood or whatever, or whitish neighborhood, but like, you know, everyone's 15 minutes away, so Not a hate crime, by the way, says Tex. Yep.
By the way, whenever Biden talks about racism, just show that clip from earlier.
You guys remember the BLM driver that deliberately went through the Waukesha parade, killing 5 people and wounding however many with his car?
Yeah.
And the newspapers were like, car drives through fucking parade. Like, yeah, the car did it. Right.
Yeah.
Not the guy driving the car. With no intent ascribed to him whatsoever. And if anyone tried to say, like, oh, he had intent, then you would get shouted down and blah, 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 right? I'm just using this as an example of how these two things are treated completely differently. Like the Waukesha parade murderer, mass murderer. He tried to kill so many fucking people, dude. Like, and he was specifically targeting groups of people. Like, he fucking was. Regardless of, and like anyone who watched that fucking court case, like daily, I just wanted to strangle him. Every time I watched it, he was such a fucking indignant prick, such a fucking non-care. He didn't care about anybody he hurt. He didn't care about anyone he killed. He didn't care about any damage he did to anyone's life. He just wanted to fucking make a point, or whatever. And he's a piece of shit. And he's rotting in jail now, but he deserves way worse than that. Like, he deserves to be, like, I don't know, like, crucified? Whatever the fucking Romans did that was really bad. That's what.
Castrated.
Cases
Blood
like
eagle.
that, where there is no death penalty at a state level, should automatically be given a federal death penalty.
Like, what's that
Blood
one where
eagle.
the one where they made you, like, sit on top of the triangle with, like, your arms and legs tied to ropes?
Oh,
I don't know the name, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
then there's also like the Iron Bull. I like that.
Like
one.
drawn and quartered.
Oh,
that's
no,
the
here, let
horse
me pull this
boat.
shit up. This is
The boats.
raw, bro.
I personally like the Blood Eagle and the Iron Bull.
So here's the chair that you sit on with like ropes that hold you in place, and you know where the point of that thing goes, right? Yeah, you got it right. That's where it goes, and you have to sit on it until you die.
It's almost like the what the Chinese did with the
Yeah,
bamboo.
Judas Cradle.
I mean, I know a sexual bench that has used that, but in a different way.
Look, they like tie rocks to his fucking feet and his hands and shit. Like, oh my god, bro. Dude, medieval people knew how to torture. That's all I'm saying. Like,
You've heard of the boats, right?
the what?
The boats. I think it's also called like
Brazen
skepticism
bull.
or something. Basically, what it was is it was again back in those times. They would take a dude who was convicted of whatever. They put him in 2 different boats, like 1 foot in each boat or whatever. Put a bunch of milk and honey into his system, so he basically shit himself, and then tossed a bunch of rats in the boats with them.
Imagine if the cartels could link up with the medieval torturers and like spitball ideas.
Bro, the cartels do some wicked shit too, though, man. Honestly,
Yep.
like I watched one video where they kidnapped some college students from Mexico City, and then made one kill the next one, and then made the next one kill the next one, and then made the next one until there was only one left, and then they killed him like in the worst way. Just like, and then recorded the whole thing and posted it. Like, there's some fucking crazy ass videos out there, dude. If you have the stomach to look, and I don't recommend it. I really don't.
I remember something popping through my feed about a year or 2 ago of cartel, rival cartels is what it was. And they caught one of the guys from one of the other cartels. And this dude literally cut open his chest, yanked his fucking heart out, and chopped a chunk off of it and ate it.
Yeah,
While he
sounds
was
about
alive.
right. Sounds about right.
I live mode.
I mean, that's what they were doing fucking 500 years ago before the Spaniards showed up. We might as well keep doing it now, right?
You gotta
Where
have
do
those rains come in for the crop,
It'd be cool to like, I don't know, like find some land on Google Maps in the middle of the Amazon that looks like it has a pyramid on it, and then buy the land somehow, and then go like uncover it, and then have your own pyramid. Like move there,
Yeah.
I'd live at the top of a pyramid. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I'd want an escalator or something though, to be honest. I mean, I'm fucking 41 now. Like stairs start to hurt after a minute. It's not about being fat, it's about my knees,
Or just install a ramp.
First segue.
Why is the right so obsessed with seed oils? Wellness influencers and conspiracy theory peddlers love to demonize seed oils, but experts think their fears are bullshit. Yeah, because that's what an expert would say is when dealing with the thing that he's an expert in is that's bullshit. You would say like a bunch of technical terms about the thing that make it like whatever, You wouldn't say the word bullshit would not come. I'm tired of the fucking experts, dude. Fuck the experts.
Yep.
The experts were wrong about literally everything that they said about COVID. Every step of the way. Every single step of the way, they were wrong. Oh, shit. Kaloon, 6-month member chat, which is actually showing up on StreamYard now. That's good. That's awesome. Read my last chat and not a Fed super chat, please. Did I miss not a Fed super chat? I thought I read this, didn't I? Sounds like communism to me. Did I miss it? I'm sorry, dude, if I missed it. That's my bad. Oh, you're right, because I did read this one about how the gay commie laws, but not about my bad. Fuck me, I'm a terrible host. And Dana dropped in too and says, the shithole Lux in Vegas, exactly what you looking for. The fuck?
As far as what?
All right, you're gonna have to expand on that a little bit, Daniel.
So you're talking about the Luxor?
The shithole Lux in Vegas, exactly what you looking for. I don't know what this is in reference to. Oh, you're talking about the pyramid? Just get a room at the Lux and call it good. No, man, I want my like fucking thousands of years old fucking pyramid built by like slave labor or something. I don't know how they built them back then. Like I want the OG one, man.
Yeah,
I want the stuff with like ancient alien technology built into it somehow that I figure out later, and then fucking the FBI comes and steals my shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't want my pyramid built with steel and glass. It has to be all stone.
And I'll put a fucking solar panels and a fucking Elon Musk internet thing at the top of the fucking pyramid, and like game at the top of the pyramid with AC and shit. It'll be great. I mean, it's going to cost a lot of money for all this, so keep the super chats coming. Jesus.
Are you
Just
going to
kidding.
wear nothing but robes? Like no t-shirts, no pants.
Yeah, man.
Just
And I'll have like a
robes.
whole bunch of followers there, and then one day we'll all drink a bunch of Kool-Aid for some reason. But don't worry, it'll be fine.
Okay.
We're jumping on a
You say so.
spaceship.
I'm going to miss that day.
Just kidding.
How you gonna miss that day when it's a requirement?
Yep.
I'll be the guy that's with the congressman.
That congressman didn't make it that far, did he?
No, they were killed at the airport.
Yeah.
Kaloon says, you didn't read my last chat, though. Laughing my fucking ass off. Did I miss one from you, too? Oh, my God.
It's right before the 6-month chat.
Read my last chat, not a Fed super chat, please. And then that was the only one that you did. And then the one that I just read. Damn it, you fucker. You're fucking with me. Son of beach. Son of beach. Pyramid with escalators, $80 a night. See there. Plus, they have room service and AC. And you can fill up the bathtub like a jacuzzi all the way to the top with the hottest water possible. Jump in it for 5 seconds and then drain the whole tub because why not waste a little bit if you're in Vegas and paying $80 a night? Really? It's only $80 a night? Dude, I stayed at the Wynn and it was like $180 a night. It was ridiculously expensive. And I'm like, okay, one night only. Never mind. Like I was going to stay for 2 nights, but I didn't realize. You guys ever been to Vegas?
Nope.
No.
Unfortunately not.
Nah.
No one's been to Vegas? Do you guys travel at all ever? Do you ever do any traveling?
I am poor, man.
Exactly.
I used to.
I'm broke as shit.
I don't like casinos.
I mean, okay. I mean, that's why I bought a $1,000 motorcycle so I could like do some traveling on it for cheap, for super cheap, really. Especially for like the price of the bike to begin with, and then you get 50, 60 miles to the gallon. Like there's all kinds of places that are a day's ride from Denver, you know. Calhoun says, read my non-super chat before the 6-month chat. Shake my head. Jesus Christ. Calhoun says, we should go into Mexico and end this cartel issue. If the Mexicans don't like it because the government is corrupt and inept, embedded with the cartel, then we set up a puppet state. I feel like we've done enough of that. I mean, wasn't that the whole Iran-Contra thing was going around to South American countries and basically overthrowing them and installing a new government with the help of George Soros, I might add.
I mean, it's like that everywhere, though.
No, the wildest shit was Chiquita. Like funding far-right terrorists in Colombia. Like literally creating a banana republic. That's where the term comes from.
I mean,
Yeah.
Japan came out well.
Yeah, like Japan and South Korea. Those are the two examples that they like to use. The post World War II and post Korean War examples of, and Germany too, for that matter.
Yeah, Germany.
Of like us setting up proxy governments in countries and using them as manufacturing bases or whatever, you know, like, cause like think about all the goods we got out of Japan and Germany and shit since World War II, you know, for cheap comparatively.
Yeah, and all the money we've been able to launder out of Ukraine since 2014.
Bro.
Well, the thing, too, is even going back to Germany and World War II, it's the only reason America had the prosperity in the 50s that we did because we were the only first world nation left after that damn war.
Exactly. We were the only nation left after the war. Actually, England sent all of their secrets and gold and shit over to us during the war because they were afraid they were going to get fucking taken over, and they wanted it over here where they could safeguard it and stuff. And so we had control of, it was like 80 or 90% of the world's gold. We had control of like the lion's share of the world's manufacturing, right? Like we had control of everything, and we sold everybody everything. Like America was so fucking rich back then. Like post World War II, like the baby boomers who grew up during that era. I mean, shit, dude. My dad, when he was still alive, he's telling me stories about how his first house cost like $400 and college would cost $100 a semester, and his first car cost like $50 and he fixed it up. It's like, dude, and like, how much did you make? You know, $100 a week. Like, so you're telling me you work for 4 weeks and you have a house that you own, bro? we're doing the math the other day about how much money I've paid in rent in my life, and it was somewhere in the order of $250,000, $250,000 of rent that I've paid, and I don't own shit. Like, fuck this, dude. We're in a bad way right now, in like so many different ways, but like that like really spells it out. Like how hard you have to work to just tread water, to just keep your head above the water. And the second you don't, you're below the water. Like, why do we have so many homeless people everywhere? Well, part of it's because people suck and they get addicted to drugs and fucking make bad choices and shit. But some of it, especially recently, I think a lot of it recently is because people just couldn't tread the water anymore,
Yeah.
They weren't making enough at work.
I'll say that's a good chunk of that.
There's been a lot of documentaries in the last few years now about the mobile homeless thing too, and how it really started, and how a lot of people actually do have jobs. They just can't afford a home, is what it is.
Shit, if I didn't have kids, I'd do that shit in a heartbeat, bro. I'd buy a mobile home and rock that shit.
And what's even more crazy is...
No, I almost would want the same way, but sometimes I do want land, but it's kind of funny how this is getting like kind of close, like almost like Ready Player One and shit. Everybody got mobile homes running around and shit.
What's even more crazy is going back to the manufacturing thing. At one point in time, America manufactured 80% of the world's steel.
Yeah, and we got paid for it too. Have you seen the meme about like the newlywed couple looking for their first place, thinking about starting in a 1-bed, 0-bathroom tent?
I don't think so.
No, the funniest shit is newlywed couple looking for a new place. He's a UPS driver. She's an OnlyFans model, and their budget's $1.5 million.
How funny you said that. I was just about thinking that. I'm like, damn, only 1 for 10. I'm like, so that girl better be doing some OnlyFans or something.
Yeah, feetfinder.com.
Welper says, I got an email from my bank telling me how I could get like credit card reward points for my rent payments.
Huh.
I don't think you should be paying rent on your credit card. Although, that being said, there are some credit cards that give you like 2% cash back. And as long as you have the money to pay it back immediately, right? You might as well charge your fucking rent and everything that you can possibly charge on the card. Get that 2% cash back, pay it off, and now you made... I mean, if you spend $50,000 a year, that's an extra $1,000 a year that you get, It's not like a ton of money, but it's something. Don't Poke the Bear says, we are in a silent depression. I believe that, dude, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and the fact that they have such control over the media and everything, and the other thing is like how much technology we have. It makes it seem like we have it so good, like, oh yeah, I've got this apartment with electricity and lights and computers and gadgets to make dinner and stuff like that, and everything's good. But I can barely afford to, do whatever. Like, yeah, you're in a bad fucking position. It just doesn't seem like it because you're surrounded by nice things,
I mean, that's why I feel like it's more, I can see the world turning more like in that cyberpunk genre-esque world. Like, oh, got high technology, but not the fucked up shit going on, people poor and all types of other shit.
Well, I was thinking about this too. Like, things go bad, right? Like, everyone's got this plan of like, well, if things go bad, then I'll just sell my blah, 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 and I'll have money. It's like, okay, if things are that bad, who's buying your blah, 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 blah?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Because no one's got money if things are that bad. And so even if you can sell your whatever it is, you're going to get pennies on the dollar for what it's worth because it's a buyer's market, not a seller's market for everything. So, like, you're not going to get nearly as much out of it. And because of inflation and shit, you're going to not be able to buy nearly as much with the pennies that you get. So you're better off just like, I don't know. Like, what was that guy from Venezuela talking about? Like, if we could go back in time to the beginning of when Venezuela dollar still had value, what would he do with his money? And he was like, 5 years worth of food and a Glock with some ammo. That was his answer. Not a bunch of guns, a Glock with some ammo. Not like all this other no, food, because that's the thing you need. Yeah, you sometimes need medicine. Yeah, you sometimes need whatever, right? You know what you need every fucking day? Food. And water. But water, I mean, If
And
it's hard to get water, like everyone's fucked, you know.
And the thing is, even what money you get, how much is that's worth that paper you just got for it?
Yeah, I mean they keep jacking my rent up, man. Every time I re-sign my lease, like it's fucking higher and higher and higher.
Right.
Sucks, dude.
So anything that you sell like that money is worthless anyway, unless they paying you in gold or something.
How much is gold worth right now?
Couple grand an ounce, or a couple grand an ounce. I believe is what it is.
Yeah, I think it's like right under $2,000 an ounce.
1964.
Told you.
Down 70 cents today.
They're still suppressing silver like fucking crazy though.
Well, that's the one thing, like, if things do go crazy and then people start getting all, like, nervous about the future, the people who have money left at that point are going to look for a safe haven, and one of them is going to be gold. So I think at one point at least, the price of gold's going to spike, you know? How high, I'm not sure. And after it spikes, it'll probably go back down to some new level of normal or whatever, but yeah, I see it going, you know, double, triple, 10 times, something like that, what it's worth now. Have you guys ever thought about going up into the mountains and looking for gold? Like an old-timey
cool.
prospector? Because think about this, like, they made it happen back then, right? You can make it happen now, and you have technology now, right? Like, back then they had, like, a fucking, like, a donkey or something that you'd have to, like, pull your cart with stuff around and do, you know, it'd take you forever to do anything. Now you got like a RAV4 and a metal detector. Like you can fucking find some gold, I think, maybe.
Honestly, where you're at, you'd be better to just go after the different gemstones.
I mean, there is places in Colorado you can find gold readily. There's places you can find like gemstones, like you're talking, or different types of minerals, but I think gold would be the one, especially if like the price spikes, that like if you could find some, yeah, dude, that's the way to go.
Man, I've been seeing videos. There's like young people doing that, surprisingly, or just exploring even in some caves and mines and shit.
I've got a buddy who he takes his kids out on the weekends and they go up to the mountains and go metal detecting for gold nuggets around like riverbeds and stuff.
I mean, I don't want to do this, but I don't know if it's legal in certain areas in states, but I don't want to do that magnet fishing thing. You never know what you find. I'm like, oh look, I found a Thompson.
Right. Would y'all ever go to that place in, I believe it's in Arkansas, where where you can pan for like diamonds and different gemstones? I remember hearing that this one family was panning all day, didn't find anything, but on their way out, one of them happened to look down and found a precious stone that was worth like $40,000-$50,000 or somewhere about there.
Sure, maybe. I don't know how to do it though. Like I've seen them do it and it doesn't make sense to me. Like panning for gold makes sense. Like there's a physical attribute to gold where it's heavier, right? And like if you can separate it out because it's heavier. Like I don't know how they do that with precious stones. You just gotta, like,
some people do it in the water too.
You just gotta fucking like look for them.
Well, no,
spread everything out thin,
like,
and then look for it. And then nope, didn't find it. Spread everything out thin again, and look again. Like Jesus Christ, no thank you.
No, they sift it like almost like gold, but I mean they got basically a giant colander, lack of a better term, and they go scoop dirt and dump it in that and run water over it until it's just nothing but rocks left over, and they could just sift through that.
Daniel dropped in 5. Thanks, Daniel. Easiest way to not to be poor is to invest. #change my mind. I know it's hard to get initial investment, but after that, free money. I'm up 38% this year overall.
Nice. Congrats.
Yeah, drop your stock picks in the chat.
Yeah, I suck at investing. That's what I learned.
Just follow
Everything
Pelosi.
Everything I pick goes to shit.
Just invest in everything that the rich people invest in.
Calhoun says most of the easy gold has been found, probably.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. There's a lot of places that's true, right? There's a lot of places that people have found gold. You're like, hey, they found gold here before. You go there all day looking for gold and find like basically nothing. But there's also, and I've found this to be true from my friend anyway, from metal detecting, you can find like slivers and pieces of gold that when they went through and they were getting like all the major gold through, like it fell into cracks and stuff and they never got it. Like you can find that stuff with metal detectors and actually make pretty good money if you find a good chunk.
There was a dude who
I wonder
lives
what the
in New York
biggest
City.
nugget.
Go ahead, Corey.
I was just gonna ask. I wonder what the biggest gold nugget was that's ever been found.
It's in
How much it was
Australia.
worth.
It's like a couple 100 pounds, something like that.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like gargantuan fucking gold nugget.
There's a guy that lives in New York City, and where they have all the shops there for gold and jewelry and stuff like that. He'll actually go out and find and gather all the dust and stuff that's there and all the debris that's in the cracks and crevices.
The Welcome Stranger nugget was found Victoria, Australia, 1869. Weighs 78 kilograms, 173 pounds.
Damn.
2,284 troy ounces.
Damn.
Let's do the math on that. 2,284 times 1996. We're looking at, in current day money value, $4.5 million for one gold nugget.
That's not a bad day's work.
Yeah. Be great. Dude, and the thing is, there's probably fucking even bigger nuggets in the ground somewhere. They just don't know where to look to find them, you know?
Yep.
Like somewhere out there. And I'm not saying I know where to look either. I'm just saying, like, they're out there. Can't show prices of things. Whoopsie daisies. I wasn't looking at a Tavor at all.
Well, I tell you, that brisket was so fucking good.
Oh, have you guys heard our current president talk a while back? Here, just listen to this. Everyone be quiet for a second.
Don't need any more nigger big shots. Already have a nigger mayor. We don't need any more nigger big shots. Already have a nigger mayor. We don't need any more nigger big shots. Already have a nigger mayor. We don't need any more nigger big shots. Already have a nigger mayor. We don't need any more nigger big shots.
That's your president.
I know he was kind of bald during that time.
Does he have more hair now?
Yep.
What the fuck? You're right. He does have hair now.
I'm a person of details. That's why I was looking at him like, why do you look like Mr. Magoo or some shit?
What the dude? Did he Rogaine with minoxidil? Is that what he?
He probably paid that good money and did that whole hair transplant stuff you've seen on the TV.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
He's got more hair now because it's not the real Joe Biden.
Okay, he has literally more hair in this picture here at age 912 than he does here at age 70 or whatever. Like, you can see he's got hair still, but it's like that, like...
Yeah, he's bald on that side
it's
right
the
there,
bald
yeah.
ding. He's got the ding. He's got the ding, bro.
Yep.
Oh, they're saying that that's Biden's brother.
No, that one right there.
That's
is the real
not...
Biden.
That is Joe Biden. This is fucking 100%
This
Joe
is
Biden.
Sound like him.
That is 100% Biden. Daniel says, non-financial advice, of course, but I'd check out a stock called Rocket Lab. It's around $6 right now, and my analysis is showing $12 to $14 this time next year. Okay. Rocket Lab.
We don't need any more nigger big shots.
Should that be the intro now?
I should download that and make it one of the buttons I can push. So it'll be like this one. Or this one.
Oh, man.
Never gonna give you up.
I want to talk to you, motherfucker. Call me. Call me. Call me.
I love my buttons. I need to make more of these. It's been a while since I
boy.
fucked with that.
I think there is a way you can tie side effects to super chat dollars.
What are you talking about?
Like if you have like it's like $10, $20, whatever the case be, it would make like a sound.
Oh, that's so gay when people do that.
But no, just think about it. If somebody donates like $50 to you and it says that.
Yeah, like
Okay, like if it was like a once in a while, but when it's like every super chat, every time someone drops in $2, like a bell rings or something, it's like, God damn it, dude.
of course it ain't $2.
That's annoying to me. I don't know why. Yeah, but if it's like $50 and you get to see Joe Biden say the N-word. So I guess the story behind that, though, just so you guys know, is he was reading a quote. This isn't him directly saying that, but still, come on. It's 2023. Like, you got to twist things how you can because that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, it was some kind of Senate hearing on, I think, apartment buildings and like price gouging landlords or something.
27 million black people are still owned as slaves today in Muslim countries. Dude, I was watching a video that had, I don't know, like 20 people for sale or something like that. And they had them all tied up and they had their like the whole body like covered in mud or painted or something like that. And some of them were getting uppity, so they got punched in the face. Their faces were all bloody, you know, from getting beat up. But they were covered in mud, so all you could see was like their eyes, like their silhouette of their body because it's covered in mud, and then like blood coming from their mouth and nose and shit. It's like, bro, like you could just see the look of despair of just like like one dude in particular that I'm thinking of when I'm thinking of this picture that I'm thinking of is you could just tell like he's given up, you know. It's sad, bro. And then like the thing is like we've got all this like anti-racism stuff going on in the country. We got to pay reparations for things that happened 200 years ago and all this other shit, you know. It's like, what about the 27 million people who are dealing with slavery right the fuck now, right? 27 million black people in the world right now are slaves right the fuck now. And you're like upset about your great grandma or some shit. Like, bro, I don't know what to say to you. Get over yourself. You know? I don't know, man. Like, we're seriously in a bad fucking place in this country and in this world. And I feel honestly like, at what point is it that you just say like this shit's all planned out, you know? Because when things are it's a system. Like things are happening the same way in other countries for different reasons, but it's the same effect that they're doing here. Like here in the United States, we've got all of these migrants coming in, right? That's what they call them. They're not illegal immigrants anymore. They're migrants who are here to work because they don't have work where they're from. So they're here to take our jobs and drive down our labor, which really hurts the lowest class people in the United States, period, right? Because if labor was difficult to come by, it would be expensive. So the labor that you and I provide for our jobs, we would get paid a fuck ton for if there weren't a fuck ton of people here willing to do it for less. So because there's people willing to do it for less, we get what we get. That's where it is. And the same thing's happening in Europe. The same thing's happening in Canada. The same thing's happening all over, like basically every first world country I can think of, except for Poland and Switzerland and maybe like Finland, because those are the three countries that are like, yeah, sorry, I know you guys have fucking migrants or whatever, but we're not taking any of them. Fuck off.
Have you ever heard of Barbara Specter Learner?
Nope.
I'm gonna go find the video real quick and I'll drop it in the back chat.
You heard about SpaceX getting sued by the DOJ?
Nope.
I heard something about that, but I didn't get a chance to read it.
No, Biden's DOJ is suing SpaceX because they only hire U.S. citizens.
I did hear that. Yeah, that's right. That's a fucked up dude, like, isn't that the law that you're supposed to like only hire people who are eligible to work in this country?
Yeah. And then they want to make them pay back pay to all the people they didn't hire.
Dude, fuck the government, bro. Fuck the fucking government with both fingers, right? Like double middle finger. You're number 11, baby. Fuck you.
That link I just dropped in the back chat to YouTube is a woman named Barbara Specter Learner explaining the takeover of every Western nation. And that was pre-2001.
All right, what the fuck is this?
She's explaining how Western nations are being taken over and how they're trying to take it over. And this was like 24, 25 years ago.
As we heard, there are people in Sweden who support Israel and have a deep sense of the injustice of the present situation. It's these people who give hope to those who still believe that things will get better here. One of them is Barbara Specter, a former American who made Aliyah and then 10 years ago, with the help of the government of Sweden, set up a non-denominational institute of Jewish learning with the Greek name of Haidea here in Stockholm. She believes the current wave of anti-Semitism in Sweden will pass and that Jews have an important role to play in a country undergoing profound change.
I think there's a resurgence of anti-Semitism because at this point in time, Europe has not yet learned how to be multicultural. And I think we're going to be part of the throes of that transformation, which must take place. Europe is not going to be the monolithic societies that they once were in the last century. Jews are going to be at the center of that. It's a huge transformation for Europe to make. They are now going into a multicultural mode, and Jews will be resented because of our leading role. But without that leading role and without that transformation, Europe will not survive.
Thank you for that link, Mark Malone. Nothing? No one? That was called a joke. Daniel says, ITAR, yeah, thanks, guys. ITAR literally only allows... ITAR literally only allows for U.S. citizens to work with sensitive parts and materials. What the fuck is ITAR? I'm ITARted. I don't know what ITAR
Sound like a derogatory thing.
International Traffic in Arms Regulations establish controls regulating the export and import of defense-related items. Okay, so it has to do with, like, making missiles and shit. Why am I so quiet? How about now?
You better now.
Well, there. Is that good? Is that a good level? Or is it too quiet? Hello?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay, thank you. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Fucking A.
Daniel says, yeah, rockets are considered missile adjacent. So because he's making SpaceX stuff, it's considered missile adjacent, so it's ITAR, so it has to be U.S. citizens. So what's the fucking big deal, dude? Why are they suing him? Oh my god, dude.
Apparently, from what I read, that there was a loophole. While you're seeking asylum status, you can technically work in the U.S. And you know how they, like everyone that's coming over the border right now, they're giving them court cases in like 2035. I think that's how they're trying to frame it.
What country can I go to whose dollar is worth more than ours, where I can just go there and work and make that better dollar than what we make here without having to go through any kind of, regulations or bureaucracy or anything like that, with a pending court case in like 10 years or something like that. So for the next 10 years I can work and not have any problems at all. Where can I go? What country allows that? Besides
None.
us, of course. Like, dude, that's honestly like if America was a boat, if America was like the Titanic, that would be the equivalent of a giant hole in the side of the boat with water rushing in. Sure, the boat's still afloat right now. Yeah, everybody's still on deck, listing a little bit. Some people are running around. A little bit of panic going on, but, there's still music playing, so what's the big deal? Yes, that's where we're at. Or I don't know, are people running for the boats already? Or is that where we're at? Are people lining up at the women and children first? Titanic analogy, where are we, boys?
We're already half the boats are off the damn ship.
Yeah, I mean, where are the boats going? Dubai? I mean,
The band has started playing the music.
Yeah, and instead of women and children first, it's like rich and richer first. Like the more money you have, the more chance that you have to get on the boat, on the fucking life raft.
Super first class citizens only.
The less money you have, the more you're going to be left behind in the lower decks, just drown at the bottom of the ocean.
yeah, I mean, somehow your house gets mysteriously saved during a wildfire. Don't know how that happened.
You paint your roof blue, dude. Don't you know? Blue roofs save lives.
Blue roofs.
Any BRICS nations? No. Russia? I mean, I don't think Russia just lets you come in, I mean, they let, what's his name come in? Snowden. But I think he had specific information that they were willing to put aside or try to look at or whatever, and it certainly embarrassed the American government to have him come there and live in Russia, so they were willing to do it for that reason. Not all of us have that kind of clout,
And even with some of those BRICS nations, who would want to live in like an India or a China anyway?
Daniel says that one dude recently ran his happy ass to North Korea. Yeah, but I don't that dude's fucking retarded.
Right, he was an idiot.
Like going to North Korea is like the worst idea. Like, hey, let me go to the nation where everyone is so starving that they're like eating rats and shit. Like they don't have a rat problem in North Korea because if there's rats on the street, people will eat them. It's
like New York
fine.
City.
And making tree bark stew, apparently.
Oh, bro, you remember that video of the lady fucking rotisserieing rats in New York City fucking streets?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, bro. Argentina. Well, Argentina, I know a bunch of people from Argentina. Isn't that weird? A bunch of people that just moved here recently from Argentina. Weird. New Zealand. I wouldn't want to live in New Zealand. Have you seen the fucking Prime Minister? And I hate how they say now. Nar. There's no R in now. You fucking cunt bag. Learn how to speak English.
Technically, Jacinda Ardern is no longer prime minister of that country. She's now over here trying to do shit in our higher institutions of learning.
Oh yeah, she can go work with Lori Lightfoot at Harvard.
Oh, is that where Lightfoot is now?
Yeah, she got a teaching. It was either Harvard or Yale.
Dude, can you imagine being like, "Hey, I made it to Harvard. Let me take a class," and then you get into class and it's fucking Lightfoot. You're like, ah. Congratulations, you are all now dumber for having listened to this.
What is he teaching? That's what I want to know.
I'm trying to find it.
English 101.
Ebonics. Just kidding.
I hope it's not a criminal justice class.
It probably is.
Probably is, yeah.
Let's watch the Indian police smash the protesters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, she's teaching at the Harvard T.H. Chan of Public School Health. Topic she'll address at Harvard School on Health Policy and Leadership. As a fellow, she'll hold regular office hours to meet with students, faculty, and staff.
Why is he slapping this dude on a motorbike?
Because they're trying to break through a checkpoint.
I will never let a man slap me. I don't care if you're wearing a uniform or not. A man slaps me, like, I'm beating your fucking ass or you're murdering me after that. Like, that's the way it's going. There's no third option.
A lot of the cops over in India, they have this big ass rods. They'll just smack you with them.
Why are there checkpoints in India right now?
There it is, right? I think it's
it was the one a little bit further up there.
This one?
No. The next one.
Yeah,
up.
that one. Yeah, that one right there.
This is the the Indians getting beat up by. This is the one you wanted me to watch, Daniel. This video.
Yeah.
This is a weird video, Daniel, that you wanted me to watch right here. But I guess we'll watch it. Fine. Oh, the Indians. I thought you were talking
the tribal.
about I was thinking dot, not feather. My bad.
Native Americans, sir. Indigenous Americans, please.
Tribal Rangers.
God damn it! I wasn't meaning dot.
Indians,
okay.
that's so racist.
I mean, that's what Christopher Columbus thought he found, right?
Thought he found. Chief, run them over.
Get out now!
Get down! So apparently someone had called and said that someone was going to get shot out here, right? Because the protesters were in the road and people were trying to get by, and someone called the police and they were like, yo, 911, there's a roadblock. Someone's going to get shot with what's going on here. So the police took that as, oh, these protesters have a gun, I guess is what happened. So they showed up looking for these people who had a gun, thinking that they were the protesters, hence why the guy's got his gun drawn on this bitch. But still, fucking hilarious. Don't fuck with the fucking Native Americans, bro. They've got their own land. Let them keep it. Let them do with it what they will. Don't fuck with them.
I think it's more to the point of don't fuck around on tribal land.
Well, it was like the line to get to Burning Man, and there were a lot of people just sitting there in their cars. And I mean, you're in the desert, and it's got to be over what 110. If you run out of gas, I mean, you don't have air conditioning out there. That could get pretty bad pretty quick.
Yeah.
And these fucktards are stupid because the Constitution states you have the right to free travel. That doesn't mean block the fucking road. It means you should be able to get ran the fuck over. You do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It means you have the right to stand on the side of the road with a sign, not block the road.
Exactly.
And if you were standing on, like, if you're standing on the side of the road, people might actually like support you. If you're blocking the road to where they want to go, they fucking hate you, and they will probably spend the rest of their life being like, whatever fucking thing that you were involved with is the thing that I hate now, and I will go out of my way to fuck with.
Yep. Technically, if we really follow the Constitution, you'd have the right to kill them because they could be road bandits or whatever. You have the right to shoot them dead.
I mean, like
if we
that
went
bitch.
by the Constitution.
Like there's the bitch at my work who tried to get me fired last week or whatever. I will hate her forever. She still works there, and every time I work with her, I will just give her dirty looks. I won't do anything, you know, like I'm not going to say like fuck you or anything to get my job in trouble, but I'm also not talking to her beyond do this or do that because that's your fucking job, you know? Fuck that bitch. And he says, read what I just put in the chat, biatch. I feel like we will get good memes from that video. Previously, this was the best climate change meme on Reddit. Okay, hold on. I hate... Okay. Sorry, I got to actually go to the YouTube chat to copy-paste that. Because StreamYard won't let me do it from StreamYard. Okay, here we are. Blip. Reddit. Finna destroy the earth.
Racist.
Oh my god, y'all finna destroy the earth.
Calling it out.
What are you finna do about it?
I was finna do nothing about it.
I don't know. Every time I hear someone saying, I finna, I'm just like, God fucking damn it, you're retarded, aren't you?
How the cake be a woo child.
That's fucked up. I was just singing the song, man.
Yeah.
I don't understand how me singing the song is racist. I think y'all don't know what that word means. I'm fitting to watch this one again. The thing is, she doesn't seem like she's like that upset about it.
I mean, what are you gonna do? You're a British cop that doesn't have a gun.
Right.
It's true.
And if she did think about it, she would have been racist. So
that's also true.
Yeah.
She's fitting to get fucked down later tonight.
You never know. That's probably the most action she's seen in all year.
10 years.
Right. I couldn't see her face. No. Who knows?
She's probably early 50s.
It's funny how when you said Indian police, I immediately thought dot, not feather. Cop beats suspect's ass with tennis racket.
Oh my God. Will I be eaten by a canine? Is that what it is? Huh? Oh, the guy was beating up the dog. And this is why Asians are taking over the world.
Kids got skills.
And once he does that trick, watch all the women's panties just drop.
That is so many hours of practice right there.
Y'all saw the new classified document leak today?
Negative. What
No.
is that?
No.
Here, I'm gonna send it in the StreamYard.
What are they saying? The hurricane is now at a category 4.
Ooh, Cat 4. I didn't realize how long I've been muted for. I was like reading stuff and talking. I don't know. How long has it been quiet?
Couple minutes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hey, you
Fuck
see what I
me.
sent in the StreamYard, Honda?
Let me look.
At 110 miles wind.
Days since classified military documents have been leaked in War Thunder Forum. 0. Really? At least it wasn't Ukraine war plans leaked in Discord server called some shit like Yonky Slunky Need and Feed General Store this time. Did they really release classified military documents in War Thunder?
Oh yeah, it happens a good bit.
Jesus, that's fucking hilarious. I was saying, fuck Harry Sessions. Sorry, I was muted.
I hate
You guys-
that fucking kid.
Oh, I fucking hate that kid so much, and he gets paid
Chris
for this
Morey
shit,
is
too.
another one of those assholes that can go fuck himself.
Vote for the guy who's never had a mugshot taken, never been indicted, never been arrested, never had to post bond. God, I fucking hate that fuck, dude. Jesus. Like, look at this kid. I would just, like, snap his fucking, like, his little ears off, right? Fucking break that little fucking nose, push them teeth in.
Thumb
little
fuck
Kirby.
his eyeballs.
Oh, yeah, dude. Face fuck him. Whatever, bro. Whatever.
No, I'm putting the baby powder on and slapping the shit out of him.
Yeah. Tar and feather. That's what he needs.
You can just stiff arm that kid and he'll go flying like 50 feet.
I think we should bring back tar and feather. I think that was a great solution.
I think that and the guillotine. But micro guillotines for penises.
Ooh.
Hey, you saw Daniel's chat about the possible beer rations?
Beer rations?
Yeah.
The fuck?
I saw that shit on Twitter too.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
It's full-blown communism.
Joseon, you Ohio, the left likes the penis guillotine now. You know?
That's true. That's how they turn them into vaginas. You see Biden's thinking about banning more than 2 beers per day? How in the fuck would the government have the power to do that? Can you answer me this?
It would be
know what?
impossible because you would have to do it as like single cans or anything. Then, if that be the case, you couldn't even buy 6-packs then.
No, I think they should go even further. They should ban just alcohol altogether. I'm sure this will work out pretty
Yeah,
fine.
as long as they legalize weed.
Yeah. I'm sure
But
nothing gonna come
the
up.
thing is, I can buy a 32-pack. Am I only allowed to buy like 2 of those a month? And okay, so now you're only allowed to buy 2 32-packs a month, right? Or like one 6-pack every 3 days or whatever, right? That's it. So now when you go to a bar, do I have to like scan your card to make sure that you're able to buy a beer still?
No, that's why they want CBDC. It's
Yes,
like, oh,
yes,
you've exceeded your
100%.
monthly gas quota this month. You can't buy any more gas.
100%. Nail on the head. Gold star, sir. Gold star, 10 points.
All you're doing now is giving the cartels more opportunity to make money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, or just homebrew. I don't know what the fuck I do, man. I mean, 2 beers, that's about right for me, honestly, but there's a lot of people who'd be pissed about it. And that would definitely affect my livelihood, you know, because I make money serving people beer.
So apparently it's a recommendation to only drink 2 beers a week. It's not them rationing it down. You can only buy 2 per week.
2 per week?
Yeah, for like, because it's supposed to be like combat alcoholism or something, probably is what they're going to try to claim here, I'm guessing.
Oh, after they like spread rampant alcoholism by shutting the entire country down and giving everybody $600 a week and telling them that they couldn't go
Exactly.
anywhere. Like, how many people's health suffered greatly in that fucking 9 months of shutdown?
There were people, mind you, this was when obviously we're going state by state here. So Ohio was partially open most of that time, even though still had lockdowns in place. Pennsylvania, under Tom Wolf's ass, was completely shut down. They couldn't even buy any kind of alcohol. There were people jumping our border into Ohio to come over here to our liquor stores and buy whatever the fuck they wanted and then take it back to Pennsylvania.
I don't know, man. Like, me personally, being cooped up at home and not having money to spend on stuff, and so I tried to like live as cheap as I possibly could and, you know, never go anywhere, and my health got fucked because of COVID, and I'm just now getting back to normal. Like, it took me from January 21 to now, you know, ridiculously long time to get back in shape, to get back to healthy, to get my, like, you know, vitamin levels and everything normal, to get fucking, yeah, like, I was bad during COVID. I didn't realize how bad it fucking affected me until I had to get back to work, and I'm like, holy shit, dude. Like, working is hard, and it wasn't this hard before, you know?
And for me, it was the opposite. I was getting so much hours, and plus on top of that, we was getting hazard pay right on top of that. Right, my experience was the total opposite.
Data dropped in 2 said, he did say you can have as much tranny fluid as you want. I don't even want to know what tranny fluid he's talking about.
Oh, you know what tranny fluid he's talking about.
Does that mean male to female, but still hasn't had the lower surgery done yet? Jizz? Is that what that means?
Bingo.
Because that's what I thought he meant. Okay. For $500 a month, this guy lives in a pod in his friend's apartment.
Fuck that.
You will live in the pod. You will eat the bugs.
God damn it.
That's a great deal for the friend. Like, just stay in your fucking pod and shut the fuck up. Give me my $500.
That reminds me of about a year ago when they had Antifa doing like little like makeshift cart things or whatever inside of an apartment building. And they're like, oh, just come and sleep in this like random ass thing that we built. It's only going to cost you like $700 a month. And you have no door.
Daniel says, you dumb motherfucker, it means Bud Light. Yeah, that's what I said. jizz from male to female transvestites. Bud Light, it's the same thing, right? Tranny jizz, Bud Light, nobody? Fuck you guys tonight. Jesus Christ.
You saw where Tucker is planning to interview Putin?
Yeah, it's fine. He should be able to. Why shouldn't he be able to interview Putin? That's the thing about that is like everyone's like, well, how he shouldn't be able. Like, why shouldn't he be able to? Why shouldn't we be able to hear what Putin has to say if we want to? Right? Like, why is it suddenly a posh to be anti-learning, anti-information, anti-hearing people speak? Don't know. It's weird.
Because we've got teachers in the public school district that think Gadsden flags equate to racism.
Full circle.
Speaking of which, there's been an update to that. The kid actually won, and the school board said, fuck that teacher. He can go take that flag and back to his thing and have it on his bag there.
Well, yeah, because it got international. Well, it got national attention.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as it started like trending on Twitter, they're like, "Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! What do we do? What do we do? What do we? Susan, you're fired!" Like,
no, we got to put you on paid leave for the next 2 weeks.
I don't know why her name's Susan, but she seemed like a Susan to me. Yosh says, "Oh my god, are you a warrior poet fan?" What?
Susan's might be worse than Karen's.
It's true.
I don't know. Becky's are pretty bad.
I knew a really hot
Becky's are the
Becky
worst.
though. I knew this chick named Becky in school. Redheaded Becky. Oh my god, bro. I would do unspeakable things for that. Yosh says, "Oh my god, are you a warrior poet fan or something?" LOL. No, what did I say that was warrior poet fanish? I don't even know. Like, I know who it is. I don't really watch his shit. You know what I mean?
Y'all saw Brittany Renner throwing ass on Charleston White in a podcast?
I've seen still photos of it, but I ain't get a chance to watch the video yet. I know that shit had to be funny.
Oh.
So, Wilbur says, "Did you see CRS Firearms is selling Hunter Biden 2024 patches?" I did not. Wasn't CRS the dude who went to jail?
Yeah, he was the one that got busted for the ATF shit.
Okay, that's what I thought. Blood on Steel says, "I knew a Becky that liked big butts and couldn't deny it." It's true. All right, guys. Well, we've been going an hour 43. I have kids that have school in the morning. I have things that I have to do, unfortunately. But it's been fun. It's been a wonderful chat tonight. I think it's been a lot of fun. So I appreciate everyone for being here and for making random noises and doing things.
Yeah.
And for being here in the chat too, everybody on the panel. I appreciate you guys for being here tonight. We will see you next time. It will be Sunday on this channel for the Gay Frog chat. Also, I think Never Enough Butthole's doing his butthole chat tomorrow, but I got to work. So next couple of days, I will be indisposed to the internet. But I do hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I hope that everything is going great. And we'll see you next time, guys. Peace out. Peace out. Peace.
Where are the white women at?
Where are the liberal women at?